Isaac is the old man of the group and of the team. Obviously you come to App, you're under a different coaching staff, different experience. Now you've got a new culture coming in. Being a guy who's been here, for the past few years and most of the Sun Belt transition, how have you tried to really take your maturity and your experience in the program and lend your leadership to the coaching staff that's come in?
To be honest, I really didn't know what to expect because 3 years of being with one coach and then have a new coach it's kind of nervous. So it's been a great experience though. Coach Kearns has done an amazing job with us, just getting everybody together and being more communicate with each other more. And overall, I'm just trying to lead the team and try to give my experience for being here for 3 years. And if anybody, an underclassman, needs any help, just come to me and I'll be the leader for them.
Question really to all of you. New systems being implemented, what's it been like for you, and what's really been important for you to absorb as much of this new information as successfully as you can as the new staff has come in and started kind of teaching you their ways of doing things on each end of the floor?
It's been great. We're just trying to adjust to the new system, but it ain't nothing that we can't handle. So it's been great.
I feel like our bond off the court helps a lot with, learning new stuff on the court, learning on the fly. We're all open ears. Like you said, with a new system, you just really got to be able to listen and work at it, and they're going to do everything they can to help us be in a winning position.
Justin, Coach has talked about making a lot of you guys just kind of better all around, and I'm assuming when he says that, he means trying to help on the defensive side because he's really been preaching that since he's been here. What does that look like of them trying to help you become better all around and get stronger on the defensive side of the ball? And that could be individually for yourself or just for the team in general.
He just preaches team defense. Like you said, new system, new ways of learning. And like I said, our bond off the court helps us all translate everything on court. And the coaches, they do a great job of breaking everything down piece by piece to us to help us be able to move quicker and faster on the defensive end. And it's just a new way of learning.
Adrian, you're a guy that got a significant amount of time last year, and you found spots where you could score points pretty quickly. But what did they kind of have as the next step for you on the offensive side of the ball? What do they want to start seeing more from you as you go into this next year?
I think just to take a bigger role, just communicating more, and I can play off the ball and play with the ball. So I think they just expect me to take a bigger role and just help out a lot.
Defense is kind of the word that was with Coach, and now y'all are here. I asked him how much of this is a good defense's effort and how much of it is scheme. Is he pushing you guys effort-wise? And then maybe if you could kind of answer as far as how much is it is effort and how much is being in a zone or a man or whatever?
Coach pushes us every day, the entire coaching staff. They're doing everything they can to get the best out of each and every one of us. And it's not so much of a scheme per se. I would just say, like you said, it's more effort. All Coach asks us to do is play as hard as we can for as long as we can. And as long as we do that, everything will take care of itself.
Has there been a moment where – I'm sorry, were you going to –
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Has there kind of been a moment where you guys kind of, especially with the emphasis on defense, not to say Coach Fox didn't emphasize defense, I'm not saying that, but was there kind of a moment in a practice maybe where you guys just kind of went, ooh, new sheriff is in town?
I wouldn't say that. I would say we just came to practice and we had a mindset that we're going to get better every day and not waste a day of getting better. We just focus on whatever coach wanted us to do that day, and we just improved on everything that he taught us.
I think for us, we've heard Dustin talk about a positionless offense, the scheme, and obviously until we see it, it's hard for us to kind of comprehend really what that means or how that's going to look. As you guys think about the implementation of the scheme and what you've experienced with it at this point, how would you go about defining maybe for us that haven't seen it what that positionless scheme really means?
I feel like what he means by that is he just wants us to be us. Everybody has their certain talents. Everybody has their strengths. And he puts us in a position to make sure we are able to exploit our strengths. And like I said, he just wants us to be us. Just know this person does this person does that. As long as we stay within ourselves and we know what we can do, everything will be just fine.
Yeah, I had some assistant coaches in here a little bit ago, and they, at the beginning, when they first came in several months ago, they each said that they had talked to each of you individually as a team and asked a couple things that you'd like to get better at. Do you remember what those things were? All three of you can answer that, and how that process is going, trying to get better at those couple of things.
I think one of those was we just wanted to get better, like being closer as a team, and like individually wise. I mean, I'm pretty sure people had their own reason, things to get better at, but individually, for myself, I just wanted to get better, just communicating better and learning how to play off the ball more, and just all around really.
How's that process going with those things you want to get better at?
It was good. I mean, we do a lot of player development stuff in the summer, so I really think I've improved in some strengths.
Overall, for a team, I feel like the big emphasis we said was we just wanted to win. We wanted to have a successful year and just keep on improving every time we get on the court. Individually, I told them that I wanted to improve on every bit of my game, either shooting, passing, my defense, just keep on improving my versatility on the court. And I think it has improved, especially in the summer. I've worked on a lot of stuff, and it's improved in my game.
Like Isaac said, we all wanted to come in and change the culture, and we want to make that and change it to a winning culture. Individually, I would say we talked about just becoming more of a complete player for myself, bringing these young guys along with all of us having at least a year under our belt and being in some tough situations with Isaac being a senior, just bringing these young guys along and changing the culture here as a whole.
The assistant coaches obviously are all brand new to the area, but they've all alluded to kind of a buzz around the program. Since you guys were here before, have you guys got a different sense of more excitement going into the 2019-2020 season?
I won't say a different excitement. I'll just say we're trying to keep everything positive. We don't want to dwell on the past or look back on anything that we've done. We want to move forward. We got new guys in here, new coaching staff, and we came in here with a positive attitude, and we want to keep that positive energy throughout the 2019-2020 season.
And obviously you got a new head coach, new coaching staff, a lot of things are new, but of course all three of you and other returners had some things you did well. How do you move on from a different look at a coaching staff, new program, but still keep some of the things that you each individually or each as a group of returners have done well? How do you turn the page but not completely turn the page on some things you've done well?
It's open arms. Like I said earlier, we've had a new coaching staff, and they came in here and told us and what they wanted to implement and how they wanted to implement it, and they told us how they want us to become closer, and we want to keep that closeness between all of us. Not too much thinking about what we've done in the past, but like you said, we want to turn the page and we're going to write a new story, and we want to keep moving forward.
Justin, to kind of follow up on what you had talked about with communications and Isaac, what you talked about with leadership, You guys, Adrian as well, all have some experience under your belt. You've got a bunch of guys in the locker room who are coming into this brand new. How much communicating do you do with them in terms of the way the season operates? We all know how grueling the travel schedule is in the Sun Belt and the hours you spend in airports and on buses and those kinds of things. How do you work with bringing those guys along to really get them kind of up to speed where you are so they blend into that, particular regime of operations?
I would say, of course, the freshmen will always have questions for you because they're new and they don't know what to expect for the college season. So I feel like every day they have some questions to ask me, and I just give them the best advice, give them the best answer that I can, because I've been in the college atmosphere for 3 years already. So I'm just trying to be that guide for them to just give them what they should expect for the season, and how to get through things when things aren't going your way, or just to be positive.
I would say it's something that the coaches preach to us every day, and you got to love the process. It's going to have ups, you're going to have downs, and just letting them know that we're not going to hang our heads over one small thing, that nobody's on their own. We're all in this together. We just want to make this more of a family environment to make everything easier for them. And our coaches, like I said, they preach to us, trust the process and love the process. So I feel like once we really fall in love with the process, then everything will take care of itself.
Isaac, Coach Kearns was in here talking about showing you guys a video of like a rat fighting 3 cats at the same time. Do you remember what he's talking about? What he was referencing?
Yeah.
What were you thinking when he's showing you this video?
Honestly, I was like, wow. I knew there was a meaning, but at the same time, I was like, wow, we're watching a video about a cat and a rat. The rat fighting a lot of cats. It basically meant the rat didn't back down from anybody. The cat was messing with the rat, and the rat was like, I'm not going to back down just because you have all your cat friends around me. So that's basically that was his metaphor.
So what does that look like on the court for you guys, especially on the defensive side? Just what does that look like when you guys are back there and you're taking on an offense? What are you guys going to be doing that's going to emulate that rat, I guess?
You want to take it?
I would say he's just telling us to play together and move as one. Coach Zorkis came in and taught us a new way of defending the ball, and that scheme that he was trying to implement is just playing as one. We're not going to fear anybody. We want to be the ones who hit first. We want to be the ones who punch first, and even when we get punched, know how to respond to adversity.